Hello everybody, today we are going to be talking about the love hormone, oxytocin. In our today's podcast, we'll be having conversation with Dr. Nahola Madalieva, general practitioner, consultant family physician in the UK. Welcome.
Thank you very much for the introduction, Vahob. Hi everyone, I'm one of the general practitioners, family physician practicing in the UK. I'll be delighted to talk about this wonderful hormone called oxytocin. I recently read this very interesting article about this hormone. As per recent studies, release of this hormone helped to tackle the loneliness.
Oh, this is intriguing, but I don't think that people in Uzbekistan experience any form of loneliness. Everyone knows that people have large communities and families with strong bonds.
It's true. However, everyone can feel lonely and everyone can feel sad at times. People lose their loved ones, their jobs, their income. It might be harmless if it's short-lived. However, if it persists, it can be associated with various mental illnesses such as depression, and it can lead to other physical problems. But I believe this cuddle or love hormone can be very helpful to overcome such a sadness.
I've also been fascinated by this topic so far. I believe it would also be interesting to the public and our subscribers. Would you mind talking about this hormone a bit more?
Oh, I'd love to. Let me explain. What is this hormone and what is the main purpose of it? Oxytocin is produced from the brain part called hypothalamus, and it's released by another part of the brain called pituitary gland. Hormone's burst comes mainly during the child labor and breastfeeding, but it helps to contract the womb to push out the baby. It also helps to squeeze breast glands to push out milk when baby feeds. So by this helps to build very strong bond between baby and the mother.
Fascinating. But does oxytocin only work to establish relationship of a mother and child?
Not necessarily, Vahob. As I stated earlier, it's also called cuddle hormone. It can also be released during the physical bond between couples, friends, and family. Therefore, passionate cuddles like hugging your parents, your children, your siblings, or simply being loved by your partner often boost the release of this hormone. It helps to build trust. It relieves the anxiety and it reduces stress. There are also other ways to boost this hormone. For instance, high-intensity training, exercises, running, cycling, and things like that increases the release of it too.
Shall we talk about research a bit more in this article? It's published on neurosciencenews.com and in the journal Psychotherapy and Psychosomatics.
Correct. The research conducted in the University of Bonn and University of Uchun. This was the controlled study, and 78 men and women were given oxytocin, so-called cuddle hormone. It was given as a nasal spray, and control group received a placebo preparation. So participants' own feelings of loneliness, stress levels, and quality of life was assessed at the beginning of the study. Compared to placebo, the participants who had received oxytocin reported a reduced feeling of loneliness after the sessions. In addition, oxytocin administration improved positive bonding between group members too. So therefore, it's concluded that the release of this chemical is hugely important to improve people's mental well-being.
And do you think this magic substance has some side effects too? I'd like to know if using it regularly would be the safe option.
Well, Vahob, I was expecting that you might ask this question. While there is a lot of interest and research about oxytocin medication, there isn't enough information yet about its effects. There is more research needed to show long-term benefits. So some studies show taking oxytocin medication might make depression and anxiety worse. Also, too much of it can cause watery eyes, bleeding from womb, arrhythmias, and even seizures. For now, I think starting making positive connections and creating meaningful friendships and intimate relationships is a way forward, and I believe this would be the best ways to increase your oxytocin levels.
Oh yes, this conversation about love hormone certainly been very interesting. Could you now please let us know what are the main take-home messages in our conversation?
Absolutely. If you're stressed or anxious, boosting oxytocin will help you to feel calm, So consensual physical touch, either sexual or comforting touch, triggers oxytocin. So in order to get more of this hormone in our system, you can do these simple activities. So first of all, cuddle your parents more, cuddle your children and your loved ones more. Secondly, do activities such as eating dinner with your friend and having meaningful relationships can also help to boost the hormone. Then having consensual relationships and physical bond with your partner is another way to boost the hormone. Nice relaxing massage and muscle therapy also induces this hormone. And finally, if none of the above is possible, do physical exercises. Any kind of physical exercises, mainly high intensity ones, are very helpful to boost your positive hormones.
Thank you. I hope this simple and necessary information would be very helpful to many. And thank you for the interesting topic. It was my pleasure talking to you, doctor.
With pleasure, Vahob. I've enjoyed too. If any of you wanting to find out about the research a bit more, I leave the link below so you can have a look. Thank you.
For more information about learning English or oxytocin, contact via Telegram or Instagram directly with the contact details provided in the comment section below.